Hey everyone, Connie here with I guess, announcement, you could call it. um, as for what will eventually be basically replacing um, Celeste once we finish that as a Let's Play. So, this is something I've been thinking about, like, what is going to replace Celeste? What are we going to do in its place and everything? Um, and I want to do something a little more fun because it's like the challenge of Celeste is very much not satisfying to me. Um, I talked about that in my chapter 6, I believe. Let me just make sure because I just like recorded it today. Yeah, my chapter 6 play part of the playthrough. But the challenge of it all just isn't satisfying to me. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable, and that's why I've been pushing back, putting up the episodes of the Celeste Let's Play for so long, and why I've not been getting them up as quickly because I've been trying to push back on actually playing it. And the thing is, I love the story. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the depth that's added to it. The focus on mental illness and all that kind of stuff. That's all amazing. It's the gameplay that just does not do it for me. And I talk about that. I go into that a lot in chapter 6, but it's getting to the point where I just kind of want to get through it just to see the story based stuff, and to the point where I'm not wanting to, go through all the puzzles and hard challenging level designs and just kind of wanting to rush through that. um and I understand that for a lot of people would be frustrating to watch me just kind of give up on all of that and cheese my way through it, but that's the appeal of this game for me. And if honestly that kind of comes across as like I would rather watch this, yeah, kind of. I would rather watch this as like a series or a movie or something because that would be much more entertaining to me. The gameplay of Celeste isn't entertaining to me. It's just not fun anymore. And so I'm going to probably be getting through these last chapters quicker and without much challenge kept into them. And if that upsets some people, I do apologize, but it's like in order to make it entertaining to me and everything, that's how I'm going to do it. Because the only other option at this point would probably be to just watch the cutscenes, basically. Just like watch it as a YouTube reaction, practically. But in a weird way, I kind of don't want to do that, so it's like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not as enjoying the gameplay. So I want the next game that's going to replace it to be something that I'm going to enjoy at least quite a bit more. Even if it's something that I'm very mixed on altogether. We're going to be doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke. And I say I'm mixed because, one, I'm not a huge Nuzlocke fan. But also, because even outside of that, we're going to be doing it for Pokemon Pearl, Gen 4. And yes, the original Pearl, not like Shining Pearl. Because honestly, it doesn't even matter anyways, because they're the same game one-to-one remakes just doesn't matter. So, um, but yeah, so I'm going to be doing a Nuzlocke for Pearl and kind of seeing how it goes. And we'll just take it as it is. That will be occurring after we finish Celeste. And like I said, I love Pokemon. It's probably my favorite video game franchise, but I'm not a fan of Gen 4. In fact, Gen 4 is actively my least favorite of the generations. I feel it's really where Pokemon started to lose its way for a bit and started to focus more on the competitive scene than, actually making a good game. Not to mention, most of the characters in Pokemon of Gens 4 and 5, and even 6 to a degree for me, are very forgettable. I could not tell you a single Gen 4 gym leader. I can't think of a single one. Just as an example. So maybe the Nuzlocke will make it a little more entertaining for me, but we'll see. Um, Now, to be fair, I also haven't played. I've played the Gen 4 twice, and it's been a long time. Like, I don't think I played it much after, like, the time period in which it originally came out. Basically, after Gen 5 came out, I don't think I played Gen 4 again since that time. And the same could be said with Gen 5. After Gen 6 came out, I don't think I played Gen 5 ever again. But you get the idea. Um, but yeah, we're going to be giving it a try, giving it a go. And hopefully that will be more entertaining, more fun, and just easier to get through, and won't, like, bother me or make me angry or whatnot. Because, like I said, that's the main issue I'm having with Celeste. It's just, it gets so unsatisfyingly upsetting to play. And even when you do succeed at it, it's not satisfying. At least for me. It's not satisfying even when you do succeed, because it's like I just spent an hour trying to get through these few screens, and, like, what was the point? I don't feel happy about it. I don't feel satisfied about it. I feel angry about it. I feel like I just wasted my time. The only positive thing about doing that is getting to the next story segment, but it just doesn't feel like the gameplay is. It doesn't feel like there's enough to excuse how unenjoyable the gameplay is. Even though, again, I love the story and the characters and everything. So yeah, it's a personal thing for me, but that's probably going to be how it is. Now, I did say we were going to probably get to Monster Prom, but I want to take a little bit of a break before we get back to that. And I do want to go to Pokemon for the Nuzlocke. It probably won't last too long anyway, because I heard Gen 4 is really hard for Nuzlockes. Which makes sense, because Gen 4 is probably the hardest generation, which is not a good thing, by the way. You shouldn't want your Pokemon games to be difficult. Like, that's not some, at least not main series games. A spin-off, sure, fine, whatever, but a main series Pokemon game shouldn't have difficulty to it like that. It just saps away a lot of the fun of Pokemon. Granted, like, when you're playing normally, it's not as bad, but when you're doing a Nuzlocke, I don't know. We'll see. I know I'm making this sound, like, miserable as well, but we'll give it a chance, and if we end up dying, we end up dying. We'll go with the Nuzlocke for as long as we can. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we'll begin that right away once Celeste is over, or if we'll take a little bit of a break before. But we'll do that, and then Monster Prom will be after that for sure. But yeah, so that's just the plan. I wanted to let you all in on that. I wanted to let you know. And wanted to kind of also let you know what to expect with the upcoming final few chapters of the Celeste playthrough. Because it's, if you're expecting to see me struggle with and challenge with everything again, you're not really going to see that as much. Um, but yeah, I would love nonetheless to hear your thoughts if you have any ideas for things that might help with this kind of thing in the future, or games that might just be easier to play through, and more fun and have more rewarding stuff in it for me, for just the kind of things I'm clearly into. Yeah, just let me know. In the meantime, thank you all so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.